Ukraine's Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko has said that 9 power generation facilities were damaged in Friday's attacks. He did not specify a location. The minister said the substations had been damaged, and as a result this led to limitation of electricity production at nuclear power generation facilities. The power situation in Kharkiv will be very difficult, he continued. The northeastern city has lost power completely, Mayor Igor Terekhov noted on Telegram earlier. Halushchenko noted in his message that 50% of customers are unable to provide electricity. It comes as Ukraine's state energy supplier Ucrania said it had activated emergency mode following a wave of Russian attacks on Friday. Ucrania said the targets include thermal power plants, hydroelectric power plants, and substations of the 330-750 kV main grid. A Russian citizen with close ties to the Wagner group led by Yevgeny Prigozhin was wounded in an assassination attempt in the Central African Republic, according to Prigozhin and Russian officials. Dmitry City, who runs the Russian house in the car capital, Bangui, received an exploding package in his hand, according to the press service of Concord, Prigozhin's holding company. Wagner's presence in Kar, where it trains and fights with local armed forces, has been controversial. CNN investigations have linked Wagner and related organizations to the lucrative diamond trade in Central Africa, as well as numerous human rights abuses in the country, where the military is battling a number of rebel factions. In 2019, when he was involved in mediating between the Kar government and rebel groups, he is also the founder of a diamond company connected to Prigozhin's business empire. Prigozhin accused France of being behind the city attack. On February 1, 2022, the Russian house was opened in the Central African Republic, a country that has been oppressed for hundreds of years by the French, who have devastated the population and plundered its wealth. Central African Republic. It is led by a patriot of Russia and the Central African Republic, Dmitry City, he said. On November 11, Dmitry City received a package from Togo containing a photo of his son living in France. It was noted that next time he will receive his son's head if the Russians did not leave the African continent and opened the door to the French. Prigozhin said. He received another package today. Despite all the instructions to comply with security measures, Dmitry City, in his temper and thinking that his son's head was in the package, opened it. There was an explosion. I have applied to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation to initiate the procedure for declaring France a state sponsor of terrorism, as well as to conduct a thorough investigation into the terrorist methods of France and its co-sponsors. Western Alliance, United States, State and others. A group of Russians in Kar affiliated with the House of Russia in Bangui said City's condition is very serious and the doctors are fighting for his life. Russia's official TASS news agency quoted Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Bogdanov as saying, "The assassination of the head of the Russian house in the Central African Republic is an inhuman act of terrorism that should be strongly condemned," he said. Russia will make every effort to find the organizers of the assassination of the head of the Russian lower house of parliament in the Central African Republic. The Russian Federation will show no fear of terrorists and will not close door of the Russian lower house of parliament in Central Africa. Republic. Ilyushin 76, a 50U and MiG-31K aircraft were seen in the sky of Belarus during Friday's airstrikes in Ukraine, the armed forces of Ukraine said. The MiG-31K is capable of carrying the Kinzhal missile. This missile is hypersonic and therefore difficult to intercept. However, the statement did not make it clear whether Kinzhal was used in the attacks. The Ukrainian armed forces consider the attacks special in general because the missiles were fired not only from the Caspian Sea, but also from the Saratov region, in the Engels region, where the bombers are based. 295 MiS missile-carrying strategic bomb. The statement continued and stated that the missiles were also launched from the Black Sea from the frigate Admiral Marakov of the Russian Navy. In addition, 27 S-300s were used. There was an explosion at Engels Air Base inside Russia last week. The attack was blamed on the Ukrainians by the Russians. Ukraine has never admitted carrying out the attack. Earlier this week, Belarus announced accelerated military exercises across the country, and President Vladimir Putin will meet with Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko.